Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to St. Genevieve's annual Independence Day celebration, sponsored by the local Chamber of Commerce. We invite each of you on this glorious day, this 221st birthday of our great nation, to stand as post members of VFW 2210, Raise the United States Flag. Please join with us as Ralph Tomyer and the Municipal Band present our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Historian Samuel Morrison said it well. These words are more revolutionary than anything written by Robespierre, Marx, and Lenin, more explosive than the atom, a continual challenge to ourselves, as well as to an inspiration to the oppressed people of the entire world. In celebration of this nation, the Municipal Band plays a work by Claire Grudman. You will hear Billy Boy, Skip to My Lou, and Shenandoah. The Municipal Band presents the Second American Folk Rhapsody. medley of patriotic pieces in a work by F.W. Meacham, which has interesting stories associated with each individual title. They are The Red, White, and Blue, Colors of the United States Flag, Dixie, acclaimed as the great song of the Confederacy, which was written by a Northerner, and next the favorite song of General Ulysses S. Grant, Yankee Doodle, and the title song of the medley, American Patrol. St. Genevieve has a rich musical heritage. How appropriate on this Independence Day, rich with pride and warm with nostalgia, that we salute our community. The Municipal Band performs a march written by St. Genevieve native Bill Simon. The selection was written in memory of his father, Bud Simon, who also served as a former St. Genevieve band director. And now, with talented soloist Ralph Tomyer, a very special and most appropriate Dear Old St. Genevieve. Treasure many national emblems. Yes, we stand a little straighter when the national anthem is played, and the sight of Old Glory rippling in the breeze causes us to swell with pride. And we are filled with patriotism knowing that we willingly carry the burden of freedom for the entire world. Military marches are mainstays of Independence Day celebrations. They're always popular with concert audiences. Tonight we present an old favorite in which the low brass are featured with a version of the Star-Spangled Banner. In a tribute to our free nation, the Muni Band performs E. E. Bagley's National Emblem. We now move to that period of American history when the nation was embroiled in a bitter civil war, which pitted friend against friend, neighbor against neighbor, and even brother against brother. Wars have always produced songs, and people keep singing them long after the conflict. Generally, it is only the inspirational ones that survive. In 1861, Julia Ward Howe wrote the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Those immortal lyrics move us deeply as we recount President Lincoln's efforts to unify our land during the strife of the Civil War. The Municipal Band pays tribute to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for freedom, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Who better to salute than George M. Cohan? Oscar Hammerstein II wrote in the New York Times, "Never was a plant more indigenous to a particular part of the earth than George M. Cohen to the United States of his day. Because so much of his work revealed the themes of family and the flag, Cohen was challenged by a producer who asked, "George, think you could write a play without a flag in it?" Cohen's reply was typically flippant. "I could write a play without anything but a pencil." Cohen was delighted to encourage the impression that he was indeed the living incarnation of George Washington, the Yankee Doodle Boy and the Yankee Prince. With his head cocked to one side, Cohen delivered the irresistible "You're a Grand Old Flag," which the Muni Band presents next. We celebrate our national birthday every 4th of July, a day that has importance for Americans several times over. July the 4th, 1803, the news of the Louisiana Purchase arrived in Washington. It was on July the 4th, 1845, that Henry David Thoreau took up residence at Walden Pond. And July the 4th, 1852, Frederick Douglass delivered his manifesto on black liberation. It was on July the 4th, 1863, word reached President Abraham Lincoln of Union victories both at Gettysburg and at Vicksburg, thus sealing the fate of the Confederacy. And in 1826, both John Adams and Thomas Jefferson died on the 4th of July. Our next selection was written exactly 100 years later. The band plays the gentle 1926, Breezin' Along with the Breeze, and it really is breezy tonight. American. Be Americans and be true to yourselves. The power of the American idea endured because it took root among everyday people. For an American is one who believes in the right to vote, the right to work, the right to learn, the right to live, and in the right to be different. For if we ever lose the right to be different, we lose the right to be free. A true American never asks, are you Protestant or Catholic, Gentile or Jew, white or black, but rather, are you an American? If you are, give me your hand, for I am an American too. The American story depends on each one of us. Henry Fillmore dedicated this next piece very simply to us all. The band performs Americans We. Next, the band performs a variety of national folk songs, selections that are truly a bit of Americana. In this work by Bob Loden, we hear Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie, Turkey in the Straw, Shenandoah, and Camptown Races. The tunes are presented under the title, An American Folk Song Suite. States are rich in many renowned leaders. From George Washington to Abraham Lincoln, from Harriet Tubman to Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Our history books are filled with many courageous, renowned, and patriotic Americans. And our low brass section is featured next with a tribute to the most renowned of Henry Fillmore's family of trombone members. According to Mr. Fillmore, this is the valet to Miss Trombone. The Muni Band performs Lassus Trombone. Thursday, July the 10th at 8 p.m. we return to Valley High School parking lot for our Bastille Day concert. Summertime, and it is, even though on this 4th of July, many are covered with quilts. Summertime is that time when Americans are at play, a time for picnics and for ball games. It is a means of celebrating in an old-fashioned way. It is a way of casualness that is so true of Americans. And so tonight, a sing-along is most fitting. We invite you to sit back and please sing along with the accomplished soloist Ralph Tomyer as he and the Muni Band presents In the Good Old Summer Time.
her hand and she'll hold yours. That's a very good sign that she's your Tootsie Wootsy in the good old summertime.
We close tonight's concert with a very popular John Philip Sousa march, and with a reminder that there is freedom for all to grow in America. Today, American democracy is the model for the world. Ours is the only nation on earth that offers all the dividends of freedom. With the soil of freedom beneath our feet, there are no heights we cannot reach. Ours is not a perfect republic, and if you choose to criticize it, that too is your right. But when you do, remember that your right to speak freely is a rare and precious privilege in a world of tyranny. After the premiere of Stars and Stripes Forever, it was described as stirring enough to rouse the American eagle from his cliff and set him to shriek gloriously. We conclude with John Philip Sousa's glorious Stars and Stripes Forever. We hope to see you next Thursday for our Bastille Day concert. Enjoy the fireworks display, and until we meet again, thank you, good night, and God bless America.
I probably won't.